Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the SEC, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the ball system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Fires complete on the crosser. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Longhorns will have it first and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Line getting set on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. The big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Powers through the defender. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Sends it back in motion. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. Touchdown, Texas! A great catch and run for 6.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical. And you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So Duke's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Blue Devils need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Here's a return from midfield. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Texas offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. So now it's 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Baxter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Got his man downfield. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense wants to bring the heat. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Looking down the middle. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right now.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
On the run, it's Moore. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman, David. What's his... Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Longhorns! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're in defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Anthony. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good...
Trying to burn this defensive back. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the big tight end. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Give to the running back. Oh, what a move to get room. He's loose on the left. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Moore. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give to the tailback.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
To the air on first down. He slings it deep to the left. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Makes the grab. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews games on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half.
Texas.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. It was a great job in the base defense making a play.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Motion from the wide out. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Brings it in down the left side. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas. Get it together.
From the gun, the ground game.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously have a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There he goes. He's at the... And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Texas.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Makes the catch. It's Moore. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Blue Devils in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
On the move, it's Moore. Hard running there.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the hole.
That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Pressure coming. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. A shot toward the end zone. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through three. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. He wants to throw it again. He's got him this time.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the Blue Devils come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. Picks up enough to get them first and 10 from the 13. The Blue Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake. He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Duke. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead of how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
42-14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Takes his way ahead, pick up a 3, gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's got it on the right. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. There he goes. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? And the Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving it.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for space. It's Baxter. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The run from the shotgun. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll go to the air. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus.